Hey, it's Dr. Catrambone. Today I'm talking about how to help your child with anxiety, specifically young children with phobias. So, phobias are actually quite normal and very common. So, whenever we're dealing with a negative emotion, the first thing you want to think about is what exactly is that emotion trying to tell us? Because negative emotions actually do give us some indications of things that are of value to us. So, anxieties or phobias are a threat or a perceived threat or the thought of a threat to something we value, either our bodies, our life, people that we love, um, uh, that connection with people, our freedom, certainty, control, all of those things. When they are threatened, then we react and we are anxious. So it is completely normal for all humans to have the feeling of anxiety when something is new, when something is uncertain in the outcome, and when it's actually important. And so you want to realize that many things in a young child's life are going to be new and uncertain because all of life around them is things that they are learning and exploring. And so these feelings come up frequently. And we want to understand how we help our child to not get stuck in those negative emotions. So I'm going to use an example. The example I'm going to use is a child, one of my patients, who became afraid of using public toilets. And usually phobias for children are quite specific. Fear of the dark, a dog, bees, being alone, being separated from our parents or being left, or something as specific as a public toilet. And when you start to focus on exactly what it is about this, the public toilet, in this particular child, it was the noise or the whoosh that toilet automatic flush was making her very fearful to the point where she would refuse to use public toilets. So how do you approach this as a parent? All negative emotions, remember, you want to label them for the child. So, oh, it sounds like you're afraid of the noise that the whooshing noise that the toilet makes. And the second thing we tend to do as parents is downplay it. Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. Now that is because it is not new for us. We've been using public toilets and that automatic toilets for years. We know that nothing bad happens. But children who are fearful of these new things don't know what's going to happen. So they don't know if one of these times they'll be just sucked down the toilet or what's going to happen. So they are uncertain of the outcome of this of going to this toilet. So instead of saying there's nothing to be afraid of, what you want to say is it's normal to be afraid of things that are new or that you're unsure of. But we need to learn to be brave. And bravery is something that you'll see in all the Disney movies and all those movies. There's scary things that happen, but the characters keep going. They keep going through the dark, whatever it is. And that is being brave. And children understand what that means. And so that's really what they're learning. Life is about learning to be brave in the face of new and uncertain things. So we talk about bravery. We can reward bravery with just kudos, like, I know that you were afraid to go in there, but you did it anyways. And I'm really proud of you. Or you were really brave. Or you can even set up systems where you reward bravery with points or bucks or stars or something to add up to a motivational kind of prize. So there are many different ways to reward bravery. So let's go back to our example of the toddler who's afraid of the whooshing sound of the toilet. So what you want to do is set up a ladder. So now we are into the problem solving section. And your child is probably, depending on how old they are, going to be a part of this, but you're going to help them figure out how to problem solve this. They're going to need a little guidance because really nobody wants to face their fears, but that's the only way to problem solve a fear. Because if you avoid the fear, it will just get bigger and bigger and become a monster. So we have to help them learn to face their fears. So what we're going to say is, well, would it be scary if you just walk into the Target bathroom and we walk right back out again? Would that be afraid? And then they might say no or yes. Or do you think you could be in there for 2 minutes? Do you think you could be on the other side of the room and I flush the toilet? Do you want to flush it yourself when you're not going to the bathroom? So you're going to get how scary things would be into a ladder, culminating in the top scariness, which would be sitting on the toilet and that automatic flush would happen. And with an automatic flush, you can even put a thing in front of the sensor so it won't trigger it. And so you can tell them, I will put a paper in front of there so it won't trigger it. You go to the bathroom, you get off, and then we flush it. And so there's all these steps you can work towards. And then each time they make it to a new step, you're going to reward them and say, I know you were afraid, but you did such a great job. And that is how you cultivate and you teach bravery and you encourage bravery for your children. So if you have trouble with this or your child gets stuck at any of these phases or it's taking way longer than you expected to, this is a good conversation to have with your pediatrician or a behavioral health counselor, mental health counselor, or therapist. And as always, you can always learn to be a better parent. And if you liked this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments that you like. I am always trying to find new subjects to do videos. Have a great day.